This morning, Cressida Dick said that in the light of the attack, absolutely we need to look at having more police, more forensics, more intelligence officers. Do you agree? And would that mean you were wrong to cut numbers?
A question on those police cuts. You talked today about stamping out extremism, but isn't it a fact that 20,000 police cuts has meant that there have been cuts to neighbourhood policing, cuts to community policing, cuts in exactly the place where you need to stop this ideology growing? Was this raised while you were Home Secretary as a problem, and what are you going to do about it?
Andy.
Prime Minister, you accused those who were concerned about police cuts of crying wolf. Do you accept now that you were wrong to say that they were raising legitimate concerns? And do you commit to restore those 20,000 police officers that were cut since 2010?
Prime Minister, the most direct experience that members of the public see in terms of efforts of a government to keep us safe is the number of police on the streets. On your watch as Home Secretary, the number of armed police officers fell. It's still lower than it was in 2010. The number of officers fell in total by 20,000, as we've been hearing. And also control orders that monitored terrorists were watered down. Now, if you mean what you say this morning, that this election should be about leadership and it's your #1 priority to keep the public safe, would it not be leadership to say that you would reverse those cuts?
Yes, Chris.
What about the neighbourhood policing budgets? You oversaw huge cuts to that. Those are the officers on the ground, the eyes and ears who generate intelligence. Was it a mistake to cut thousands of those?
We have now had 3 terrorist attacks in 3 months. Whether it's an issue with policing or whether warnings have been missed, do you regard these attacks as a failure to prevent the attacks by government? And if so, do you worry about what that says about your record?
You've said this election is about leadership. Your own leadership has been called into question this morning by your former colleague, Steve Hilton, Director of Strategy under David Cameron, who said that you were responsible for these recent attacks. What is your response to him?